All right, guys, we're gonna be reacting to this lady. She's going viral everywhere regarding why she's divorcing her husband. She's kind of stupid based on what she's saying, but I just want to just go in and just give my opinion. Let's just watch the video first, and then I'm gonna give my 2 cents.
And I want to talk to you about why. So I'm going to tell you the story of the day where I thought to myself, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. My husband and I had 4 kids. We both worked full time. We had been together for 16 years at this point. We've been together since high school. And on paper, I have an amazing husband. He is incredibly supportive. He's kind. He's loyal. He's a great dad. He's very hands-on. He's an active participant. He's always present. Like on paper, what else could I ask for? But in reality, my experience is very similar to the experience of other women. I had this amazing husband who on paper was great, but I was incredibly frustrated and burnt out from our marriage and from motherhood. Because what happens to so many of us is that we marry these amazing men and we have amazing relationships and then we have kids. And when we have kids, women tend to carry a disproportionate amount of the work in the home, the work of raising kids, and the mental load. And that is exactly what happened to us. About 3 months after my 4th baby was born, I remember looking at my husband and saying, I need more. I need you to do more. I am exhausted. I am in charge of everyone and everything in this house. Every night when we cook dinner, you ask me what to make. Every day when you drop off the kids at daycare, you ask me what they need in their backpacks. I am the project manager of this home and I need you to do more. And he looked at me and he said, okay, just tell me what to do. Right? Every woman has heard this. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And I said, okay, something that would make my life easier is if in the mornings when I came downstairs with the 4 kids, because I do mornings by myself, the dishwasher was emptied, the dishes were put away, and the trash was taken out. That would make my life so much easier because
That's such a shit test. My God, man. So far, she's looking for excuses. It sounds like she's looking for excuses to say, see, I knew it. See, I told you, oh, hey, you're doing it now, but it's too late, kind of a thing.
when I've got the 4 kids running around and the baby crying, I can't be looking for their favorite water bottle in the dishwasher. I just need to know it's clean. And he said, yeah, of course. What? Yeah, I'll do that. That's no problem. And so, of course, he does it. But then I have to remind him, and then he forgets.
I told you what's the shit test, guys. I told you. And then it keeps going. She's going to always look for excuses. But she already thinking about something else, in my opinion.
And then I have to remind him again. And there was this one morning where I woke up and I went to put something in the trash and it was overflowing. And I went to get my son's water bottle and it was in the dishwasher with all the other clean dishes. And I felt so disrespected and unseen and unvalued at that point in time. And I remember texting my husband being like, what happened? Like, why didn't you do this? And he said, sorry, I was running late for work. And I remember thinking, oh my God, he doesn't see me. Because what he's done has now made me late for work. And he doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about the impact on me. And he doesn't see how every single thing in our home happens because I ask him to do it, or because I do it myself, or because I planned and organized it. The diaper bag is full because I filled it, right? I put the wipes in there. And I felt so frustrated. And I remember thinking, what's the point? What's the point of doing this with someone else? I might as well just do it alone. And it's not because my husband didn't love me or he did anything to me, and it's not because I didn't love him, but because I felt so taken advantage of in our relationship. And this dynamic, it doesn't happen by accident, right? It's not like my husband did it to me, but we've been raised in this society that tells men and women who they should be in marriages and what it looks like to be a good mom versus a good dad. And we know the bar for mom.
This lady's a cuckoo. This lady's a cuckoo. And then also that we're gonna just blame society for this. I don't know, lady. You sound like a red flag, a walking red flag. And just putting all your trash into the internet like that. That means that the guy don't have no frame. The guy has no frame. Let's just
Mom's is way up here and the bar for dad's is way down here. And we fell into these norms. We fell into these roles in our family despite the fact that we never wanted to. And I'm lucky. And I say lucky because I have a partner who I know loves me and wants me to be happy and was willing and able to change. And so we did the work to figure out what equity looked like in our relationship. And I can tell you now, 3 years later, that we are happier than ever. Our kids are thriving. Our home runs like a well-oiled machine. And that took a lot of work. I want to say it took like 18 months to get there. And it was well worth it. But it is not uncommon And so if your wife is coming to you and she's saying, I'm burnt out by the mental load and I need you to do more, she's not just saying that because she wants you to do more chores. She's saying that because truly it can hurt your relationship. It can ruin your marriage if you do not participate in an equitable way in your home. And so what does that look like? What does it look like to change these dynamics? Well, we need to really assess in our homes what the work looks like. Because in most homes,
What about you not staying in the damn home and not go to work? Have we tried that one? I seem like your husband does very well for his, he's providing very nice. You guys have a nice house. Why not you stay at home just taking care of business while he's make the money? Like, I can tell you don't respect your husband. She she doesn't respect her husband, guys.
the data supports this. Women do a disproportionate amount of the work. They just do. They do
Uh-huh,
more
yeah.
of the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry and the child care while also working full time. And men
There you go. But not nobody's asking you to do that. That's the point. Nobody's asking you to just go and just work 8 hours. Nobody's asking you. It's like you putting overload of work by choice, and they just complaining about it.
have more time for things like their hobbies, like golf, for example, or just working out, running a marathon, right? And so we need to have hard conversations about what our time looks like, what our labor in the home looks like, what is invisible labor. We have to talk about these things. And when we don't, the alternative is that you no longer have a marriage or you don't have a
Oh, that's
happy
right.
one at least.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I share this story because I don't think I'm alone in this experience. And I want people to know that there's hope and that if you have a willing and able partner, you can change this. You can absolutely change this dynamic.
This is about to just go downhill, guys. I would like to take a quick moment and thank to Ethan Paul, Joseph Watson for making a video bringing this woman's shenanigans to light. The executive summary of this video is that her husband wouldn't play by her rules. That's what I told you. And so she considered divorcing him until he gave in. It was a chat test. I told you guys. I told you. Meanwhile, conveniently left out of this is the fact that her husband works in one of the most dangerous, physical, demanding, and stressful jobs in America. His workplace is in a home office, and she pretty much has nothing nice to say about him on this channel. Damn. So her idea of partnership is we discuss thing, and arrive on my conclusion. Exactly. Like we get to a partner and we get to the same conclusion. Her conclusion, not your conclusion as a couple. Her conclusion. And that's it. If they were ever split up, since she's a very big on data, he will end up with someone younger, more feminine, and try to stay with me here. Actually happily to be a wife and a mother, while her looks will quickly fade. Yeah, this is crazy. Have you ever asked him how he feels about the marriage? Maybe you thought about divorce a few years ago. The fact that she said that shit, man, is so cringy. But I wouldn't be surprised if he is thinking about it right now. Yeah, he might be just putting his ducks in a row. He might be, though. Can't wait until your husband sets himself free from your embarrassment. He deserves better, and I'm sure hearing this side of uh, his side of all this would make that even clearer. Unsufferable. Yeah, she sounds insufferable. Yeah, very condescending. This is one side of the what happened and her perspective. I think she fails to understand where her husband is coming from and his perspective as well. He's perfect in every way, but I failed this or that because he didn't do this or that, so I'm going to divorce him. Sound like an undertone of resentment. I feel sorry for the husband. For your husband. I feel sorry for your husband. Threatened to divorce over minor chores, humiliating him to millions, and he spent the day taking kids to daycare and working on electric lines while you influence on your phone. Golly, man. I love that you are getting cooked on Twitter over posts. Yep. Oh my god, you are insufferable. I bet his family just love you throwing him under the bus for the internet for no reason. Yeah. With all due respect, you're coming across as very controlling. My wife and I went through something similar after the birth of our first child. She felt the need to oversee every interaction I have with our baby, criticizing the food I prepared, the outfit I picked, the parks, the clothes I chose, and even questioning whether I could take our child to see my own mother. It became overwhelming. She didn't seem to trust me at all. Yet she was also frustrated when I didn't take initiative. Eventually, I had to set some boundaries and remind her that I am equally a parent to our child. While I absolutely agree that major decisions should be made together, I couldn't function in an environment where every little action I took was wrong in her eyes. I asked her a tough but fair question. If she truly thought I was so incapable, why did she marry me and chose to have children with me? But and I have because I don't think in opinion, she she didn't see you. She used you to take that child, but she didn't see you as the father of the child. She doesn't respect you at that level. That's why, in my opinion. I told her she needed to learn to trust me. See, this is a problem right here. This right here. I told her she needed to learn to trust me. No, bro. This is the problem with a lot of guys. Your problem is that you guys are not setting boundaries early in the relationship, guys. You had to set the boundaries early on. You had to just stir you had to stir the beehive early on, guys. You cannot go 2 or 3 years down the relationship and now, do the work. No. It has to be day one, guys. Set the boundary right away. You don't do stuff like this, man. You don't wait. This is what happened to a lot of guys. The guys don't understand female nature. They get caught up in situations like this. How is it? My wife never been in postpartum depression. She cooked me a sandwich. Even now, if she's sleeping, I tell her to cook me a sandwich. She will probably just wake up and make me a sandwich. Not only that, she gave me everything that I need and I want whenever I want. But at the same time, she get what? She get provision. She get protection, right? She get my commitment, right? She get my leadership. I do the hard work. I make the calls. She don't have to do none of that stuff. But I set the boundary for these things, guys. And we have a fourth kid, and she's taking care of our kids. I only step in if I need to set some boundaries. That's it. We eat together as a family, but I set those boundaries early on. I'm not playing these games, man. You have your first kid, and your woman's playing games. And this guy just said with this female 4 kids, you're working as an electrician, seems like, and all of a sudden you have trouble. Your woman doesn't even respect you. You know why? Because educated female, she look like an educated female. They don't respect blue collar workers. They think they're above them. I don't know how to approach this, guys. Y'all need to lock in, man. You guys need to really, really, really set the boundaries early on your relationship. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with a female like her just doing the TikTok, married, disrespecting you, and you're afraid to put boundaries because she might just divorce you and take 75% of your income. Because now you have 4 kids and she knows it. Let me know what you guys see in the comment section below. I'll see you next one.